As the week wore on, the quiet streets of Chipping Cleghorn felt anything but peaceful. Each passerby seemed to carry a hidden weight, a secret glance, or a hushed conversation meant to go unnoticed. Miss Marple, ever vigilant, took careful note of every nuance. She understood that in human nature, deception leaves invisible threads, and if followed, they inevitably lead to the truth. Little Paddocks had transformed from a genteel home into a house under subtle siege. Guests previously polite and cheerful now approached with caution. Even those with no apparent connection to the murder seemed nervous. Miss Marple noticed it all. The way footsteps paused at thresholds, how voices softened when certain topics arose, and the quick glances toward closed doors. Each gesture added a stitch to the intricate web of secrecy enveloping the household. Bunny Bunner remained central to Miss Marple's observations. The young woman's jittery movements, her fidgeting with teacups and buttons, suggested anxiety far deeper than mere fright. Miss Marple suspected Bunny held critical knowledge she either feared to reveal or feared misinterpretation. Such delicate fear, Miss Marple knew, often carries its own revelations. Letitia Blacklock, for her part, maintained the outward appearance of calmness. Her measured tone and gracious smiles masked a mind working tirelessly to maintain a facade. But even a practiced deception cannot erase the body's involuntary betrayals. A quick intake of breath, a tightened fist, a subtle shift in posture, all small windows into inner truths. Miss Marple catalogued each one with the meticulous patience of a historian assembling fragmented manuscripts. Meanwhile, the village whispered and speculated. Rumors of hidden wills, concealed identities, and financial intrigue circled like autumn leaves in the wind. Miss Marple understood, however, that gossip often obscures rather than reveals. True understanding comes not from conjecture, but from careful observation and the knowledge of how people behave under pressure. By midweek, Miss Marple's mental map of the household had grown increasingly detailed. Connections between behavior, past events, and potential motives were becoming clear. She saw who would benefit from deception, who might act out of fear, and who had the opportunity to manipulate events. The strands of human interaction formed a web tighter than any net the police could cast, and Miss Marple's insight allowed her to trace each thread with precision. As night fell, the village settled into uneasy silence. But in her quiet corner, Miss Marple's mind raced. The web surrounding Little Paddocks was nearly complete, and the final revelation, the exposure of greed, deceit, and hidden identities, was almost within reach. Patience, she knew, would soon yield the truth.